All right. Yo, YouTube. Back again on a cold, early morning. It's like what? Where's my watch? Not there. It's 9 a.m. right now. Um, Lovely scenery though. Lovely temperature. Wearing a nice, cozy hoodie, nice little scarf. Got our cranberry and raspberry drink here. We're chilling, man. What more can I ask for? Today, I decided to do a very different video to the other videos. Not to do with fitness, still following the whole wellness thing, because wellness follows a whole branch of things. There's not just one particular thing. But this video is going to be about surviving trauma, pushing through trauma. You know what I mean? The light at the end of the tunnel, things like that. Um, it's a story that I've not told a lot of people. It's only a handful of people that really know like this situation and what happened maybe I want to say a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years now. I think it's about a year and a half ago. Um, a situation that happened in my area. But obviously, to give you some context first, I currently live in Holden. Went to school here. You know what I mean? Primary school, secondary school. Primary school, Kensal Rise, secondary school, Holden. But I've lived in Holden all my life. Always represent Holden, no matter what has happened or what goes on. NW10. You know what I mean? That's all I'm claiming. NW, North Wheezy. But yeah, I live in Holden. Obviously, some of you know already. I'll say that name and you'll be like, "Oh, Holden, okay." Like, you know what's going on around here, innit? Um, Holden is was at one point a very crazy area to live in, especially growing up here and being maybe like 15 to 20 at least, or maybe even no, 15 to 20, maybe 16 to 20. It was a mad time period to be in this area, and there's a lot of things going on. There was a lot more gang rivalry. So like where I'm in Holden, you got like I want to say like four different gangs around this area. You got Stonebridge, you got I guess at one point which is like quite crazy, Kensal Green, KG Man, St. Raph's, and Church Road, obviously. And I guess they're all in a circle, I guess, around Holden in a way, but not really, but in a way. So I went to Capital City Academy, and in that school you had people from I guess all of those areas in that one school. So it created quite a hub and quite a different environment which you almost had to survive in. It was very character building. I'm not gonna say I hated it. I love being going to Capital City. I love living in Holden still to this day. You know what I mean? But being in that school, it was very character building. There was a lot of things going on. There was a lot of madnesses from that. I'm not even gonna repeat on here. But those that went to that school know it was just a very hard environment to grow up in, and you had to have some tough skin, man. You had to have some tough skin. I still miss them days though, and I love them, and I cherish all those memories, even though there were some of them are very bad and some of them are very good. They were madness. But anyway, so yes, I live in Holden, so there was a lot more like gun crime, knife crime, robberies, and just a lot of crazy things going on in this area. But so my situation is about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, back when I smoked weed. I don't anymore, but back when I smoked weed here and there, you know what I mean, little spliff here, little spliff there. Um, I was chilling outside my neighbor's yard, so opposite my door. I was chilling there, and it was probably like 1 in the morning. Now, I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing, smoking a spliff, chilling there with it was two people, my neighbor and his friend, and they were arguing at the time, like beefing, arguing about something, and I honestly wasn't paying any mind to it. I was sitting in the corner, had just smoked a spliff with them, playing my Temple Run and like Clash of Clans or something. One of those two games. I don't even know what it was really and truly. It was one of those two things. Minding my own business. And I remember I was looking down at the phone in the doorway, and I heard this loud car driving with speed down the road, yeah. I'm not gonna bait out my road and what it is, but obviously this car was driving down the road fast, and I still didn't really acknowledge, or I should have maybe been a bit more alert, thinking, right, that's a bit fast. Like, what's going on in it? So I stayed there chilling on the phone, and the car stopped right in front of the yard I was outside of, like right in front of it, like and the car stopped for like 30 seconds, no movement in it. Still, I wasn't really reacting like I should have been because I guess I was just moving slow at that time, innit? I was slow, fam. Low vibrations on it, as what at what point I was at. So a guy jumps out of the other side of the passenger, like the back seat. He's jumped out of the passenger seat and he's come around the car. And he's come up to the gate. Now this guy had a balaclava on, just the two eye holes out, like couldn't see nothing, fam. Everything was masked up completely. And he's run up. When I say he's run up to the gate, he's done that sliding where you run up like this. Yeah, run up to the gate. I'm laughing. Obviously, it's a mad situation. I'm laughing because it's just a way to deal with it, innit? Because it was a madness. It happened so quick. Run up to the gate. It's going, what are you lot doing here? So obviously at that point I've looked up and I've seen him there, innit? And we've all gone, oh, I live it, like I live it. And he's not responded. Like 2 seconds later, he said it again. What are you lot doing it? What are you lot doing it? So we were just like, again, I live it. Didn't say anything else other than that. It was just, I live it. But in that moment, I still was I was too relaxed. I was too chill. I was almost cozy and comfortable. And that might have been to past situations that have happened generally in this area and just being around this area. A lot of mad things have gone on, obviously. So maybe I'd built up a little bit of a tough skin and wasn't as intimidated by the situation. But he said it again. We said, we live here. And then I remember he came even more into so he's at the gate at this point. He's come into the gate now, yeah? And I'm sitting in the doorway of the yard and he's gone past them two guys I was with and he's come to me. So he's probably about as close as this camera is to me. And his hand was behind his back. And then he's pointed, sorry, no, I'm getting the story wrong. Before he came to me, he pulled his hand out from behind his back. And there was obviously a gun in it, in his hand. And he had gloves on, all that, like covering up, gloves were on. When I seen the gloves on and I realized what was in his hand, I thought, oh, it's going to be long for me right now still, or long for all of us. But he's pointed it at us first when he's at the gate, and then he's come into the gate. I remember now. So he's come in and he's gone past my two brethren and he's gone to me, as I said, as close as the camera is to me. And he said to me again, what you doing here? And I said the same thing. This is 3 times. Man, start asking the same question. I start getting annoyed, bro. What are you asking me this for, bro? I live here. I live here, innit? And then God knows what it was. Oh, you know, as a matter of fact, it's this here. God knows what it is. You know what I mean? Selassie bless me. God bless me that moment there, yeah? I had my scarf, this same scarf, tied around my head, so you couldn't see my dreadlocks at all, my locks. And I, for some reason, took it off my hair, yeah, so you could see my hair. And this character, while still holding this right in front of me, you know what I mean, looked at me and went, "Oh, is that?" And literally put it down. I think he went to go spot us or something, man. I don't even remember. It was something odd he did. He went, "Is that?" Backed up, got in the car sped off, bow down the road quick. Now, in that moment, I was like, what the heck? What's just happened, innit? Because these things, when these traumatic things happen, they happen so quick. I guess you don't process it in the moment because you're still kind of in awe of what the heck's just happened. And I was high a little bit, not gonna lie. But car sped off, and obviously I was there with two other people, and I think for a minute we were like what the heck just happened? Like, what was that? Was that a gun? Like, what the fuck? Obviously, God knows what the heck happened there, innit? Or why that person looked at me and said, "Is that?" Whether it's someone I know from school or in the area or whatever. Obviously, you've been in this area for so long. I've been good with everyone in this area. I ain't got no problems with no one. So it might be someone I know from somewhere. But obviously, there's a reason I didn't get blasted in my face there, thankfully. You know what I mean? Still here to tell the tale and to talk to you lot. But it was a situation that made me think a lot. So obviously now that happened, I stupidly didn't go inside. I stayed outside for like another hour and then I went inside, I went to bed, whatever. Next day I had work. Went to work like normal, you know what I mean? And I think it did feel like such a normal situation that I just had to deal with, you know what I mean? Being from Halsden, whatever, you start to feel like these are situations you have to just deal with because you've gone through maybe other things in your area that have happened, and this is just another one of them. But as I went through that day and I told my brothers that at work what happened, they were like, "What?" Like mad shocked, astounded, like surprised. And I think only with their surprise did I realize, like, bro, this is something that's not meant to happen to anyone. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's a lot of worse things that have happened to people, and a lot of things do happen generally, but it doesn't mean that it's something you're meant to just go through and handle and move on from, and that's it. You're not meant to think about it again. So I think it had me thinking for a while about how lucky I was, what actually had happened. You know what I mean? How did I feel? Because it took me a while to process it. I think I had to allow myself to feel vulnerable and broken in a situation, because it's like you're a split second away from really meeting your maker. You know, that could have been it, could have been done, finished. Thankfully, yeah, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so this video really is like, obviously I want to express to you what's happened to me in my life, um, held at gunpoint, whatever. But I want to talk about how you move from the situations and how you move on, and how you shouldn't let situations, no matter how hard they are, like deter you from living your life the way you want to. And that's not me saying that you shouldn't let these things affect you, because you should. How can you not? You know what I mean? No matter what it is, in my situation, how can I not let a gun being put in my face affect me? Because it did affect me in ways that I still don't know to this day, but in ways that I feel like I do know. You know, I think for a period of time, I began feeling like everyone was out to get me. I guess not knowing who the person is that puts the gun in your face, you tend to then not know who the heck around you can really trust like that, you know? Um, so for a while, I think I had a bit of anxiety, not a bit, I had anxiety in people and trusting people and feeling safe around people I didn't know. I think it cut me off from going out as much as I used to, because I think I didn't want to be in those vulnerable spaces where things like that can happen a lot easier, a lot easily, whatever. What else did I do? I think in a way, which is annoying for me to admit, I think my aggression level went up a bit. My toxic masculinity kicked in a bit in wanting to be more of an alpha male, protect myself so that I'm strong, so that situations like that can happen again, which is not me, man. I'm alpha, don't get me wrong, but I'm chill. I'm not trying to be that flipping tough macho man. It's not in my it's not in me, in it. What else happened to me, man, that changed after that? I think the main thing was really just trusting people, man. And I know I was quite jumpy after that happened. I was quite jumpy. I remember it, man. A door would slam, or I remember someone would jokingly threaten me at work, like scare me or whatever. And it shouldn't have scared me as much as it did. And I would never show that it really terrified me. But a little thing like someone scaring me, or a door slamming, or a loud noise terrified me, especially like a month or two after that, you know? Yes, maybe now it's a year and a half, 2 years on. I've definitely got a lot better. You know what I mean? And in a weird way, I hope no one takes it in a way, like in a bad way. I am grateful that that situation happened to me, and that's only because it really opened my eyes up to what really matters in life and what doesn't. Like it put things into perspective on a different degree that I'm so grateful for. Yes, I'd never wish that moment upon anyone, because it's not nothing something nice to have to go through and deal with, um, at all. But being put in a moment where your life can be taken away literally in a split second, it makes you appreciate life more, and appreciate little things more, and appreciate myself more, and just my happiness, and how much I respect and honor my happiness and what I want for myself. So that's probably the biggest greatness that I take out of that situation, is that definitely right now things are way more into perspective, and things that matter to me matter, and things that don't matter, the little things that don't matter to me in this one life I've got, they don't matter anymore, man. And I'm actually grateful for it, because it allowed me to stop doing a lot of stupidness and stop caring about a lot of things that don't matter, and made me care for things that do matter, and things that I do want to do more in, and explore in my life, you know, without the fear of any more being judged or whatever. So if there's any situations I think that you as a person have gone through, no matter what it is, it can be something little. It doesn't got to be as dramatic and as crazy as my situation. It can be a little thing, and you maybe want some advice on how to overcome it or how to move forward from it or how to like process the situation. Please feel free to message me, like, and I mean that. Message me any time of the day. Let me know what's going on if you feel comfortable to. Um, and just remind yourself that these things take time. You know, I'm still processing what's going on with me. Then the problem with me is I feel like it's a situation that I felt like, sorry, it's a situation that I didn't have the right to kind of like be sad about because I'm still here. I'm not dead. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that bad. You only got a gunpoint in your face. And really, you speak to, I don't know, 10 of your friends and ask them if they've ever been held at gunpoint, and they'll probably tell you no, you know? Um, so yeah, this video is very different to the other ones, man. But I just want to be a bit more open and vulnerable with you lot and let you lot know things that I've not shared with a lot of people. And it's a situation I probably think about nearly every day. Um, but yeah, appreciate life, man. Appreciate every moment you get and like every bit of happiness. Like, just remember it, man, and do more for yourself, man. Want more for yourself, like, yeah, because I know I do. You know, I'm grateful for everything, man. Again, for life, for breathing, for being here, for being able to carry on with life, for not being not having my shot taken away. So I know I've got to do more than I was doing before. So yeah, I'll see you lot on the next video. Hopefully it'll be very soon. Have a good day. Have a great day. Have a fantastic day. Because I know I'm gonna. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.